recording on. This meeting is being recorded.
And I'm
And
gonna
I'm going to
mute
mute
you
you
guys.
guys.
Mute. Okay. I suppose it's time to do the thing. Let's see if Haley gets on. Haley doesn't do daylight saving, so it's harder for her now. Because it's 8 in the morning in Arizona. Oh, you're all right. I'm glad you made it. Oh, you did? Is it I saw it, yes, or I saw it the other day. I think it's right here. This one?
Yeah.
Perfect. Uh-huh.
There she is. I need to get her bed ready, huh? I forgot. She's like, where's my bed? Where's my bed, huh?
Need to prepare. Yeah, I know, but it's gonna fade away pretty quickly, I think, in this weather. Oh, hi, Liz. Let's see you walk in. I'm just flaking off. Watch out, I might flake off on you. Oh, you found Cece? You like it there? Okay. Okie dokie, friends. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm thinking any special announcements. I have my frequency class this Saturday, once per month. It's already pretty full. There's like 25 people signed up. So if you want to come, sign up as soon as possible. There's 32 spots total. And then also just throwing it out there if you're interested tonight. Hi, Laura. Tonight on Zoom, I'm doing a chakra breathwork kind of workshop. So I've been doing each chakra each month, like starting at the root and going up. So we're on the solar plexus. And so basically it's about 30 minutes or so of a lecture lesson about the chakra. And you guys can ask questions as well. And then after that, we go into like a meditation and breath work that kind of revolves around the stuff we talk about. So if you're interested, it's tonight, 7:30. It's an hour and a half. So just let me know after class if you'd like to join. And I think that's mostly all I got. Anybody else have any announcements? Okay, let's just do the thing. So go ahead and find your seated meditation, comfortable seat if you're not already there. And even if you are already there, it might feel good to just kind of move your body a little bit or just get a little bit of physical feedback before you find stillness. Feel free to sit up on top of a block or a prop if that feels better to you. Or sit bones on the ground. Perfect. That works. And then no rush, but eventually just find stillness in your body. So close your eyes, rest your hand somewhere intentionally. And with your eyes closed, feel from the inside, feel into the length of your spine, length in the back of your neck. Notice, are you tightening up anywhere that you don't need to be? So lots of times I find myself clenching my jaw or kind of tightening my forehead. See if you can relax all the muscles in your face and even just let your shoulders melt a little further down away from your ears. And just start to notice the rise and fall of your breath. And next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. So very intentionally fill up and hold in that fullness. And then when you think you are full, see if there's even a little bit more air you can sip in. And then when you're ready, open your mouth and big sigh to let it go. Ah, yeah, very nice. Again, just like that. Great big inhale, fill up. Take that moment of pause and fullness. Let your breath circulate around inside. And then whenever you're ready, big sigh, release, let it go. Ah, good. One more time, biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Pause in fullness, feel that breath, that prana, that life force circulating around inside of you. And then open your mouth, sigh it out. Ah, good. Drop into Ujjayi breath now. So seal your lips. In and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. See if you can start to create that little whisper noise, that oceanic sound as you breathe in and out. See if you can continue to feel your breath travel all the way down into your low belly, into your low back. And each exhale, see if you can empty all the way out. So at the bottom of each exhalation, you feel what we call Uddiyana Bandha. Your navel pulls back towards your spine. You feel for just a moment your core lock, a connection to your center. So be here in your seated meditation, just focusing in on your breath for as long as you would like. It's your Tuesday morning seated meditation. Noticing how you feel, how you are, anything you've brought with you to class, without judgment, but just observation. And then whenever you are ready for some movement, if you want, you can start from your seat. So you can stay in your seat and just kind of move through your upper body or your arms or even just your head or shoulders. Eventually come forward to hands and knees and start exploring some movement from there. So you can take your time. Continue to breathe big and spacious, slow and steady. So stay connected to your Ujjayi breath. Yeah, and as you move around, as you explore movement in your body, just notice, how are you today? How is your spine today? How is your back body, your front body, your side bodies? What's going on in your shoulders or even your hands, your fingers, your wrists, your forearms? Feel into your hips, maybe even your legs. If you want, you can extend one leg back, bend your knee, circle it around a few times. So there's a million places to go from your hands and knees. There's a million ways to explore. See if you can get very creative. So rather than doing what you do every time you show up for practice, see if you can feel into your body in this moment. And what does your body need? What is your body calling for? What feels really good? What feels really strong or really open? And then what feels a little bit tight, a little bit stiff, maybe a little bit sore? It's like you're taking an inventory of yourself, physically, energetically, emotionally even. Just giving yourself this time to notice how you are, to connect with yourself. Take about 3, 4, 5 more rounds, moving in your own way, exploring in your own way. I love it. Nice job, you guys. Really good exploration. And then as you are ready, or whenever you're ready, just find your way back to our first down dog of practice. No rush. And as you move back into your down dog, keep exploring, keep feeling around, noticing how does your down dog feel today. So especially down dog, because we do it so often, it's a pose we come into all the time. It's easy to kind of just go into it and tune out because it's familiar. See if you can go into your down dog and really tune in. Make little tiny micro adjustments that change the way the pose feels inside of your body. Make little tiny micro adjustments that help you be more efficient in your body. Yeah, maybe it feels good to take your feet out really wide and kind of transfer your weight from side to side. Maybe it feels good to shake your head, yes or no. Big, deep breaths. And as you move into your down dog, see if you can still feel those big, spacious inhales, moving all the way down into your belly. Those long, slow exhales all the way to emptiness. Beautiful poses, everybody. Keep your face nice and soft, your neck relaxed. Let your head be heavy. So you're not gazing forward, but you're gazing back or maybe even up at your thighs, up at the sky. Beautiful down dogs. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you've arrived, hang out for a moment. So maybe you want to take a rag doll, grab opposite elbows, or fold your arms overhead. Maybe you keep your fingertips on the ground, and you could even walk your hands over to one side and then the other. Try to keep your weight just slightly forward so your heels are pretty light on the ground. You can lift them up easily. Your toes and the balls of your feet are rooting down as you lift through your sit bones. So use the strength in your core to lift your butt as high as it will go. And then crown of your head might get just a little bit closer to the earth. Keep breathing big, spacious breaths into your back body. And even imagine you can breathe down the backs of your legs. Very nice, friends. Soften your face, relax your neck. One more round here. And as you inhale, find your halfway lift position. So spine nice and long, get all the rounding out of your back. Beautiful. Exhale, fold and let it go. Do that once more, halfway lift position. So really stick your butt out and press back through the tops of your thighs, broaden through your sit bones. Exhale, fold, release, empty out in your breath. This time, rise all the way to stand. So come through your halfway lift and keep rising, arms reach up. Hands to heart as you exhale. Flow with your breath for a moment. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Lead with your heart, hinge at your hips, slow dive down. So traction out your spine and your side bodies, then fold in. Halfway lift with your inhalation. So feel into the length and even the strength in your back body. Nice, Chris. As you exhale, bow, fold in. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise back up, arms to the sky. Big full body stretch. And hands to your heart center. Exhale, connect back to you. Do that one more time. Moving meditation. Inhale, high mountain. Maybe try closing your eyes as you take your slow dive down. So see if you can feel your body from the inside. Feel your body move through space. Breathe into your halfway lift position. Ardha Uttanasana. Back of your neck is long. Gaze down rather than forward. And exhale, bow deeply all the way to emptying your breath, navel to spine connection from that place, rise up, arms reach up, inhale, and hands to heart as you exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up, and then as you exhale, let's take a yin-yang side body stretch. So right arm goes under, left arm on top. Reach towards the right side of the room. Yeah. So it's like somebody's pulling on both of your hands, opposite directions. See if you can breathe more length and space into your left side. Beautiful. Take one more round. Inhale back to center. Both arms reach up. And as you exhale, over to the other side. So this time, left arm under, right arm on top. Again, like someone's pulling on your wrist towards opposite sides of the room. Feel into your right side body, your waistline, the space in between your ribs, those intercostal muscles. See if you can breathe into that space and start to wake those muscles up. Yeah, nice, Brenda. Take one more full round of breath, even reaching through your fingertips. Inhale, come back to center, arms to the sky. As you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades hug your spine. If you want a little more, press your palms, bend your elbows, and hug your elbows towards one another. See if you can keep that and start to reach your hands back. So as your hands reach back, your heart opens, your shoulders open even more. If you want, add just a little baby back bend. So not by just letting your head fall back, but by gently pressing your hips forward and lifting through your heart, puffing up through your heart. Yeah. Hug in with your inner thighs as you press your hips forward. One more big inhalation. Now keep your clasp, and as you exhale, hinge at your hips, slow dive down, forward fold. Hang out in your fold with your fingers interlaced for a few rounds of breath. If it feels better in your body, you might take your feet out a little bit wider. You might bend your knees a little bit more. Let your head be heavy, let your neck relax. If you're pressing your palms together and that feels like too much at this point, you can let that part go. Feel into the opening in the front of your shoulders and breathe into it. Soften around it. Very nice, you guys. See if you can lift your butt higher, lift your knuckles higher. Nice, Jen. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back. Then gently release your clasp. Let your arms hang down. You can give them a little shake out if you want to. Next time you breathe in, realign your spine with your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. Spread your fingers really wide, push the ground away, take an inhale into your plank. And as you exhale, just lift your hips and press them back into your down dog. You might bend your knees a lot as you press back. Inhale, see if you can come forward again and come way forward onto your tippy toes. So plank pose, push the ground away. Yeah, and then exhale, take it up and back, down dog. It's like there's a rope pulling up on your belly button. This time, inhale, rock forward to high plank. On your tippy toes or knees come down to modify. Add a push-up, exhale, halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. And exhale, lift your hips, press them back, down dog. One more round like that, slow motion. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Don't let your belly drop. Good. Inhale, push up. And exhale, press back, lengthen. Nice work. Inhale, come forward. This is your last time. Slow as you can go, one strong straight line. Lower all the way to your belly. Nice. See Spider-Man Cobra. So hands come out nice and wide, up on your fingertips, elbows face the sky, lift your heart, breathe in. And as you exhale, take a little twist towards the window. So to your left, right shoulder dips down a bit. Inhale back to center, lift your heart, little tone in your low belly. And exhale, other side, twist. So your left shoulder dips. Yes, very nice. Inhale back to center. Go one more time each direction with your own breath. So feeling into your body, noticing your shoulders, front body, back body, side bodies, even lower body. Eventually an inhale brings you back to center. You can hold for an extra couple breaths if you want. However you want to get there, we'll meet back in down dog, no rush. Once you're back in your dog pose, about 5 deep breaths, Ujjayi. So big, spacious, powerful, and strong. See if you can feel the rise and fall, the expansion and contraction of each breath inside your body. See if you can create more space with your breath. If you want to move in your down dog at all, feel free. If you want to find stillness, again, there's all those little teeny tiny micro adjustments you can make on the inside. I don't probably even see them if I'm looking at you, but you can feel them. But what is there to notice? What is there to adjust? How can you be more efficient in your body? Can you find a little more strength in your hands, in your foundation, maybe in your arms or your shoulders? Can you feel a connection to your center? And then backs of your legs, You can press your heels down to work the length in the backs of your legs if you want, or you can bend your knees a lot, lift your heels up high, and maybe you just work the length from your fingertips up to your sit bones today. That's perfect. That's our number one intention in our down dog anyway. So maybe that's what you focus on. So be in your body, in your pose with your breath, and feel whatever there is to feel. Get everything you can out of this pose in this moment for you, just by paying more attention, just by becoming more aware. Take one more big inhalation, push the ground away. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift position. Exhale, let it go, fold in, root through your feet, rise all the way to stand, arms to the sky, big stretch, nice Laura, hands to your heart center, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up, and then as you exhale, sit down into a chair pose. So weight in your heels, butt reaches back. See if you can keep your heart lifted, gaze forward rather than down at the ground. So think of a little squeeze of the bottom tips of your shoulder blades towards your spine. So it's like you're in a little baby back bend. Notice if when you lifted your heart and felt into that back bend, did you let go through your belly? So draw your belly button back towards your spine. Yeah, nice, Leah. Take one more big inhale here. As you exhale, the only thing that changes is your arms. Swing your arms back behind you and imagine that your elbows are magnetized behind your back. So try to squeeze them towards each other. You can stay here or option to float up onto your tiptoes. If you lift up onto your tiptoes, get your heels as high as you can and see if you can lower your butt a little bit more. Yeah, good. Nice, Ellie. Take one more full round of breath. As you inhale, option to stay on your tiptoes, high mountain. So all the way up as tall as you can grow. Option to stay on your tiptoes as you slowly dive down into your forward fold. It's okay if you shake and wobble, meet yourself right there. Inhale, halfway lift position, heels are on the ground now. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Vinyasa however you would like. We'll see you back in down dog. Feel free to add a couple of push-ups, take it on your knees, skip it all together. And then downward facing dog, reconnect to your breath. Ujjayi, powerful and strong. All right, friends, from your dog pose, take your right leg to the sky. And if you want to, you can open up your hip or kind of explore through your right leg, anything that feels good to you. Eventually square off your hips. So see if you can start to notice the big difference between an open hip and a square hip. Your right hip faces down, slightly back. Your inner thighs face each other. Your right leg might not go super high. That's okay. Make your right leg strong and powerful. So see if you can get your right leg really straight. Squeeze through the front of your right thigh. Yeah, nice, Jana. Take one more big, huge inhale. Active through your right toes even. And then as you exhale, right knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. Push the ground away. Your shoulders are over your wrist, you're on your back, tippy toes, and then exhale, step forward softly. Give yourself just a moment to stretch your own legs however you want to. So maybe that means you straighten your front leg. Maybe that means you bring your back knee down, open up your front hip. Just feeling around. All you have to do is put your awareness in your legs and breathe. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but just notice. How are my legs? How are my hips, my hamstrings, even my feet, my toes? And then in your next couple of rounds, rise up to your crescent lunge. So as you rise, feel into the stability of your legs. Nice, Sandra. So your front knee is over your front ankle. You're high on the ball of your back foot. So you've got a nice long stance in your lunge. The stability comes by hugging back in towards midline. So your front hip pulls back, your back hip pulls forward, your inner thighs hug in. Little tone in your low, deep abdominals, so navel to spine connection, and you should feel some length and support in your low back. Keep your heart nice and lifted like a proud chest. Yeah, good job, you guys. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna move into our yin yang side body stretch. So right hand can either come to right hip or right arm might reach towards the windows, left arm towards the door. So lengthening through your left side body. Yeah. Yeah, and if you want a little extra support, right hand at your hip is perfectly fine. Imagine you're trying to pull your left hip forward and see if you can breathe all the way down. Feel the stretch in the front of your left hip. Good, left side really long, even reach through your fingertips. One more full round of breath. Good job. Inhale, come back to center, both arms to the sky, realign. And as you exhale, bring your hands to the earth, low lunge position. We'll twist here. So left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. See if you can keep your legs pretty strong. So you're not sinking into your hips or sinking into your back leg. And imagine you're trying to drag your right hip towards the back wall, but at the same time, your right knee is magnetized to your left armpit. Breathe down into your low belly and your low back. And then as you exhale, empty out and work your twist from your center. Take a couple more rounds. You might gaze up at your right hand, feel the opening in the right side of your heart. Very end of your next exhale, release, unwind, walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. So pause in your halfway lift for a moment. Your butt should be sticking out behind you, top of your head reaching forward. Connect to your center, so feel that navel to spine connection. See if you can reach your arms out to both sides like you have big wings, palms face the ground. And then imagine as you reach out to both sides, you're trying to press your arms up towards the sky and at the same time, your chest down towards the ground. See if you can feel your back muscles fire up even more. Yeah. Gaze down, back of your neck is long. Take one more full round of breath, lengthen in every single direction. And then end of your exhale, just let it go, fold. Anywhere you want to take this for about 5 rounds. So feel free to move in any way that would feel good to you. Or maybe you just hang out. Big deep breaths, feel all those little micro movements, micro adjustments on the inside. And in these moments where you have time for yourself, rather than tuning out, rather than going somewhere else, can you stay? Can you stay on your mat? Can you stay in your body? Can you stay with your breath? So present moment, what's happening inside? Just noticing, feeling, and observing without judgment, just observation. Really nice poses, everybody. All right, last couple breaths. Feel free to take an exhale out your mouth if it would feel good. Inhale, come back to your halfway lift position. And this time, just keep your fingertips on the ground. So if you need to, you can bend your knees a lot. And then walk your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes to face forward. You're back in low lunge. Standing splits, right foot roots down, left leg floats high. So think of it as just a one-legged forward fold. Let your neck relax. And then hug in with your right inner thigh and lift from your center. So rather than feeling like you're sitting into your right hip, feel like you're lifting up and out of your right hip. Left leg strong, left foot active. Take one more big inhale. Now listen as you exhale, Shiva squat. So your left knee tucks into the back of your right knee, curl in, get small. Inhale, re-extend, left leg to the sky. If you want to play, you could even take a little handstand hop. Exhale, Shiva squat, left knee tucks into the back of right. Inhale, re-extend or little hop. And then we've got one more as you exhale. Last time, Shiva squat, get small, empty out. Inhale, re-extend your left leg up and back. And then as you exhale, step your left foot all the way to the back of your mat, back to your low lunge. As you inhale, three-legged down dog, take your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, either straight to your down dog or rock forward, three-legged plank, regular plank, or feel free to modify, chaturanga, lower down. Heart lifts as you breathe in. Feel free to take an extra breath or two if you want. Eventually back to your downward facing dog. Big deep breaths. Good job, everybody. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. Take a moment, and if you want to, you can open your hip, roll out your ankle, circle your knee. And then eventually find your square hips. So for your square hips, inner thighs face each other. Left hip faces down, slightly back. Thanks, Kathy. So make your left leg really strong and powerful. See if you can squeeze through the front of your left thigh. Get your left quad to fire. Yeah, and as you press down through your fingers, press back and up through your left foot. Take one more big inhale. And then exhale, left knee to your nose. Round your spine, hollow out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can lift higher through your waistline. Push the ground away. And step through softly, low lunge. Give yourself a couple breaths or so to move your legs around, to feel around on this side. Just notice whatever there is to notice in your legs, in your ankles, in your toes. And then whenever you're ready, start to rise up and settle in. High crescent lunge. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Find your stability by hugging towards midline. So your strong foundation in your legs, and then your upper body is your unique expression. What does your crescent lunge feel like in your body in this moment? Can you feel the lifting in your heart? And how does that feel? Can you feel your breath flowing through you? And how does that feel? With your fingers even, be intentional. You might be spreading really wide through your fingers, like there's energy shooting out of your fingertips. Or maybe today you feel like softening a little bit. Take one more big inhale, crescent lunge, reach super high. And then as you exhale, what did I do? Oh yeah, thanks Chris. Find your side body stretch. So left hand can come to your left hip, or left arm might reach towards the right side of the room. Your top arm reaches towards the windows. So see if you can feel that length all the way down into the front of your right hip. Yeah, nice, Kate. Breathe into your right side and energetically try to drag your right thigh forward, your left hip back. Soften through your face, unclench your jaw. Yeah, nice job, friends. One more big, deep breath. Right side really long. Inhale back to the center, arms reach up. Realign your spine and exhale, hands come down. We'll add our little twist. So once you're in your low lunge, right hand stays on the ground, left arm to the sky. Sometimes I like to lift up to my right fingertips or even use a block under my right hand. So you do you, whatever works best in your body. Your legs stay strong, so you're not collapsing and twisting with your legs. You're twisting from your center. You feel with each exhalation that wringing out sensation. Very nice. Yeah, and if you want to modify, back knee can always come down. You can still get so much out of the pose, even if you lower your back knee. So what works best in your body today? Last couple breaths. You might even gaze up at your left hand to the left side of your heart. Open more. Work your twist as you exhale. Very end of your next exhalation. Unwind. Let it go. Walk your hands over to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift position. Pause in your halfway lift and see if you can reach your arms out to both sides. So you're rooting through your feet. You're connecting to your center. And then see if you can find a little more strength in your back body. Press the backs of your hands up and press your chest towards the ground. Feel your back muscles hugging around your spine. Beautiful. Nice, Brenda. Take one more big, huge inhale. So much length. Exhale, let it go. Fold or explore anywhere you'd like to take it. About 5 rounds of breath. And feel free to just hang out or more dynamic movement, bigger movement. Perfectly fine. You do you. Job, everybody. Nice variations. Last couple rounds. Open your mouth and sigh it out if it would feel good. Just a release of energy, release of sensation or overwhelm. Ah. Beautiful breathing. Next time you inhale, come back to your halfway lift position. Fingertips just on the ground this time. So bend your knees as much as needed. And then crawl your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes forward again. So you're back to a low lunge. Standing splits. Left foot roots. Right leg floats high. And high for you might be 2 inches above the ground. That's fine. Make your right leg strong and powerful. Your right foot active. Try not to sit into your left hip. So if you feel like your left hip's just kind of lazy, see if you can hug in with your left inner thigh and lift from your belly button, connect to your center. One more big inhale, right leg lifts. As you exhale, Shiva squat. Bend your right knee and hug it into the back of your left knee. Curl in, get small. Inhale, either re-extend or if you want, play with a little handstand hop. Exhale, Shiva squat, curl in. Inhale, re-extend or hop if you want to, just for funsies. And last one, Shiva squat. Exhale all the way to empty in your breath. Inhale, re-extend. And this time as you exhale, step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Take your left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale straight to down dog or rock forward and take your vinyasa. Thanks, Kathy. Inhale, heart lifts. Feel free to take an extra breath or two if you want. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. So give yourself a moment, maybe walk out your dog, just feel whatever there is to feel. What feels good, what feels strong, what feels tight, stiff, sore, tender. Is there anywhere that your breath gets stuck or you feel like you can't breathe into? And is there a way you could adjust so your breath can flow and move more freely? We'll take that entire sequence a couple more times. One breath, one movement. Doesn't mean we speed through it with momentum. It means we move slowly and intentionally with our slow, deep breaths. And see if you can even transition slowly and intentionally in between poses. If you ever want to take a break or do your own thing, modify, that's always up to you. So listen to your body first and always. Take one more big, huge inhale into your down dog. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift position. So how much length can you create? This pose is just like a down dog on your feet without your arms. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet, rise all the way to stand. Arms reach up, stretch it out. Hands to heart, exhale. Ah. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, you choose chair plane or drinking bird. So option float to tiptoes if you want to. Heart stays lifted. Stay on your tiptoes for a balance challenge. High mountain as tall as you can grow. Squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you dive down slowly, forward fold. Nice work. Halfway lift, heels on the ground, lengthen out. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep that exhale going as you lower. You might even hold empty, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, heart open, shoulders back and down. Exhale, hips lift. Ah. Big inhale, right leg to the sky, strong and powerful. Now use your core strength. Exhale, step your right foot through as soft as you can. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, arms reach. And then exhale, your side body stretch. Right arm under, left arm on top. Inhale, back to center, arms to the sky, realign. Exhale, bring your hands down. And with your inhalation, twist, right arm reaches up, open through the right side of your heart. Exhale, let it go. Walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. See if you can fly your arms out to both sides, lengthen everything. Exhale, bow deeply, fold in all the way to empty in your breath. Back to your halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. And then as you exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, left leg high. Just one time, exhale, Shiva squat, curl in, left knee tucks to the back of right. Inhale, re-extend or hop if you want to. Exhale, left foot to the back of your mat, back to your low lunge. Inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. Exhale, down dog or rock forward, chaturanga. Nice, CC, heart lifts, inhale. Hips lift, exhale. Good job, friends, with your breath. Inhale your left leg high. Now use your core as soft as you can. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Slow, mindful transitions. Exhale, side body stretch. Right arm on top, left arm underneath. Back to center, back to crescent. Inhale. And exhale, hands to the earth. With your in-breath, twist, left arm to the sky, open through the left side of your heart. Nice, Jana. Exhale, let it go. Hands over to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Halfway lift with your big wings. Reach out to both sides, everything nice and long. Nice, Liz, and fold deeply. Exhale. Navel to spine connection at the very bottom. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, spider crawl your hands forward. So make it interesting. Give your mind something to focus on. Inhale, standing splits your right leg to the sky. See if you can spread your toes. And then exhale, Shiva squat, get small. Inhale, re-extend or take a little handstand hop if you want. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale, three-legged down dog, left leg high. That's it. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward. Your variation, plank to chaturanga. Inhale, heart lift. Nice, Laura. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take just a moment in your down dog. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to your body, to yourself. We'll go through that sequence one more time. I'm going to add a few things. So just like you always do, stay present, listen to my cues, take what works, leave the rest behind. If you are coming with me, big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in and lengthen. Nice, Ellie. Exhale, bow and fold. Root to rise. So feet root down as you rise up, arms reach up. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, last round, here we go. Listen carefully. Inhale, reach up. Side body stretch to your right. So right arm under if you're taking that yin-yang variation. Inhale, back through center. Other side with your exhale, up and over, all the way to empty, reach. Inhale back to center. And then as you exhale, baby back bend. So cactus your arms, bottom tips of shoulder blades, squeeze, lift your heart. Inhale back into alignment, reach up. So neutral pelvis, neutral spine. And now as you exhale, chair plane or drinking bird, option to float to your tiptoes if you want a little balance challenge. Stay on your tiptoes if you want. High mountain, as tall as you can possibly grow. Your last time here, maybe stay on your tiptoes. Dive down. Let your ankles wobble and shake. Meet yourself right there. Halfway lift with your heels on the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Keep your exhale going or even hold empty as you lower down. Heart lifts as you breathe in. Nice, Brenda. Hips lift as you breathe out. Listen carefully. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Stay and hold or exhale, right knee, left elbow as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, right to right. Aim for your armpit. Add a push-up if you want. Bend your elbows, don't let your butt drop. Inhale, three-legged. Nice, Liz. And then exhale, knee to your nose. Step all the way through low lunge. Rise as you breathe in. Crescent lunge. Side body stretch as you breathe out. Right arm under, left arm on top. All the way to empty. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to the earth. Twist, right arm to the sky. Breathe in, open up. Exhale, let it go. Hands all the way over to the long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Halfway lift, add your arms, big wings. Inhale, everything super long. Exhale, fold deeply, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine. Inhale back to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. Standing splits, left leg floats up. Now listen, we're gonna pause in our standing splits. You can absolutely stay in your standing splits or option to open up into a balancing half moon. So walk your hands forward, lengthen your spine. Left hand might come to left hip first. Open up, so left hip stacks on top of right. Yeah, left arm to the sky. So let your heart open, let your shoulders open, your hips open. See if you can make your back leg really strong, maybe even lift it a tiny bit higher. Good, everybody. Feel everything there is to feel, all that space inside. One more big inhale. Awesome, CC. Exhale, Shiva squat. So fingertips to the ground, curl in, get small. Inhale, standing splits, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. Now listen, open up your right hip, bend your right knee, reach your knee as high as you can, feel your right hip stack on top of left. Stay here or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down, right arm forward or right hand behind your head. Heart forward, so your heart wants to look into the front wall. I like to imagine there's a mirror that your heart's trying to look into. Take one more full round of breath. Beautiful, come back, regular down dog. Just walk it out for a moment, everybody. You can absolutely stay here a little longer, keep walking it out. Or option to inhale, rock forward into a high plank, maybe hover your right leg. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, peel your heart open, keep your shoulders down and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go, other side. Inhale your left leg high. Hold if you want, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Push the ground away as you come forward. Nice, Liz, inhale, three-legged, stretch it out. Left to left as you exhale, aim high, add a push-up if you want. Inhale, back up. And then everybody, knee to your nose, step through softly. Nice, Sandra. Lift, rise with your in-breath. Crescent lunge. Side body stretch as you exhale, right arm on top, left arm on bottom. Inhale back to center, realign. Exhale, hands come down. Twist. Inhale, left arm up, left side of your heart opens. Exhale, let it go. Hands over to the right, long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift, add your big wingspan. Exhale, work your fold all the way to emptying your breath. Back to a halfway lift, this time fingertips just on the ground. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. Standing splits, breathe in, your right leg floats high. We'll pause here. You can keep holding standing splits or option for a half moon. So walk your hands forward, let your spine lengthen a little bit. Maybe right hand to right hip, eventually right arm to the sky. So right hip stacks on top of left, hips open, shoulders and heart open. Back leg strong. If there's a variation you'd like to take, go for it. Couple more rounds. You'll feel all that length, every direction. Breathe into it. One more big, huge inhale. Awesome, friends. Exhale, Shiva squat. Nice and easy. Fingertips to the ground. Curl in, get small. Inhale, right leg high, standing splits. And exhale, step your right foot all the way back, low lunge. Three-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. Pause here and open your hip. So bend your knee, reach it out and up. Feel your left hip stack on top of right. Great place to stay or option to flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind you. Yeah. Heart forward, hips towards the sky. Breathe down into your belly, back muscles strong. Beautiful. One last round. Come back to down dog, walk it out, find your breath. You can keep walking it out a little bit longer, or option next inhale, rock forward to your high plank. Maybe you hover your left leg and chaturanga with your exhale, lower down. Lift your heart as you breathe in. And for just a moment, down dog. And then from your down dog, lower your knees, tuck your toes under. Knees are about hips width distance apart. Sit back onto your heels. So screaming toe pose. If this is way too much or for whatever reason it doesn't work for you, you can take a regular hero's pose instead. If your toes are tucked under, try not to let your heels drift apart. So hug in with your inner heels. Hands can just rest on your lap. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart. Maybe you want to stretch your shoulders by interlacing your fingers behind you. Or you could even take a reverse namaste if that's in your practice, reverse prayer. So just settle here, slow down your breath. And as that heat starts to build in the soles of your feet, soften around it. Take about 3 more rounds. Big, spacious breaths. Good job, everybody. Soft through your face, through your forehead, through your jaw. One last big inhale. Exhale if you want, out your mouth. Come forward to hands and knees. Untuck your toes and give your feet a little pitter-patter tap against the ground. After a few taps, sit back into a child's pose. Knees can be wide or together. Hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. Couple grounding breaths. Deep breaths into your back body, into your low back especially. Good job, friends. All right, next inhale, rise up to hands and knees. And then set up for a modified side plank on your right side. So you're opening towards the left side of the room. So pivot on your right knee, right foot comes out to the side of your mat, left leg reaches back and then left arm up. Once you're in your side plank, your left foot might stay on the ground or maybe you float your left leg up. Make your left leg strong and powerful. Maybe you reach your left arm forward, bicep next to your ear, and work into that length in your left side. Breathe into that length. Perfect place to stay. Final option only if you want to take it. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can let your heart look up. So rather than kicking your foot up, kick your foot back, press your hips gently forward, rotate your heart to look up towards the sky. One last huge breath wherever you are at. Good job. End of your exhale, slowly release, come back to hands and knees. From your hands and your knees, come down to your forearms, set up for a dolphin pose. So grab hold of opposite elbows if that's helpful to set up. Forearms either parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, or interlace your fingers. Relax your neck, let your head be heavy, tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, dolphin. So as you lift your hips, see if you can walk your toes in a little bit closer. Imagine there's a rope attached to your belly button and it's pulling literally straight up towards the ceiling. Keep hugging in with your elbows and your upper arms, pressing down through your forearms. Option to lift your right leg up and use the strength in your right leg to take some weight out of your upper body. So press up with your right foot. Stay here, or if you would like to play, maybe a few little hops towards forearm stand. Your left leg is your springboard, right leg stays straight, strong, and powerful. Wherever you've chosen to go with this, about 2 or 3 more big deep breaths. If you're holding dolphin, press your chest towards the back wall. Lift through your belly button, soften through your face. Take 1 more huge breath. Very good. End of your exhale, right foot down, knees down. Rise up to hands and knees. So come off your forearms, hands and knees. And then we'll take thread the needle, right arm out to the right, all the way up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, thread it through. So reach, reach, reach. Come down to rest. Outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. If you'd like to extend your left leg out to the left, feel free. If you'd like to wrap your left arm behind you, feel free, or any other variation. All the way to empty with your exhales. Good, everybody. A couple more rounds. Breathe into your back body, especially. If your left hand or left knee happens to be lifted off the ground, set them back down. Next time you inhale, unthread your right arm, and one more time, reach it all the way up as high as you can. Set your right hand down, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky, stretch it out, lengthen out. Exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge to start. But from our low lunge, we're gonna set up a pyramid pose with our legs. So step your back foot forward about 1 foot or 2 feet, depending on how long your legs are. Once you've got your feet settled, you've got your stance set up, come to a halfway lift position. As you lift halfway, focus on pulling your right butt cheek way back towards the back wall and lengthen even more through your spine and the back of your neck. When you've created as much length as you possibly can, keep pulling your right butt cheek back. And even imagine there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek pulling up towards the ceiling. Work into your fold. So forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee, navel towards your spine with each exhale. Yeah, and if you want to add some arms, if there's an arm variation you want to take, go for it. Imagine somebody's got their hand in the crease of your right hip and they're pulling up and back. So see if you can work that with your own awareness. Really good, you guys. Look so good. Take about 2 more rounds. Nice, Chris. That's the best I've ever seen you do. Use your exhales to dive even deeper, fold even further from the inside out. One last round. And then at the end of your exhalation, just step your back foot forward, nice and easy forward fold. Halfway lift position as you inhale. So again, realigning, lengthening. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet all the way to stand, arms to the sky, stretch it out. Hands to your heart, exhale. All right, we're gonna play with balance for just a moment. Right foot is your base, left heel towards your left butt cheek. And then reach your left hand back, grab hold of the outer or inner edge of your foot. I personally like inner if you're going for dancer pose. If you're holding right here, outer might work best. So this might be where you stay, just practicing your balance. Hug your inner knees towards each other, or right arm to the sky. And again, I'm gonna move my hand to the inside edge of my foot. From here, little bend in your standing leg like you've got shock absorbers. Start to hinge at your right hip. And as you hinge, kick your left foot into your hand, pull your left foot or pull your hand back into your left foot. Try as much as you're able to keep your hips square. Little lift in your heart like a baby cobra. Yeah. Spread your toes as you hold your foot in your hand. Awesome, Jen. Take 1 or 2 more rounds. Feel that wobbling, that shaking in your leg. Meet yourself right there. Slowly, we're gonna come into a standing staff pose. So stay balanced if you can on your right foot. Left knee out in front of you, arms to the sky. If you want, you can even extend your left leg forward. Take 1 more inhale. Now listen, as you exhale, cross your left foot in front of your right foot so your legs are now crossed, and then dive down into your forward fold. Once you're in your fold, I want you to bring more weight into your back foot, your right foot. You can even come up to your left tiptoes if that helps. And then crawl your hands over to the left just a little bit. You can use a block under your hands if it helps. Pull your right hip back towards the back wall. Breathe into your right leg. Relax your neck. Soften your face. Very nice. Couple more big, deep breaths. Good job, everybody. End of your next exhale, uncross your legs. So regular forward fold, walk your hands back to center. On an inhalation, halfway lift position. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you'd like. Meet on hands and knees, tabletop position. Good. All right, from tabletop, modified side plank, left side is your base. So pivot on your left knee, left foot comes out to the side of your mat, right leg reaches back, right arm reaches up. Try not to stick your butt out behind you, but rather press your hips gently forward. Your right foot can stay on the ground or float your right foot up and strengthen your right leg. So if it feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds, how can you change that? Engage all the little muscles. Maybe your right arm reaches towards the front wall and then really work that length in your right side. Final option, half bow variation. So bind, bend your right knee, reach back and grab hold. Rather than kicking your foot up, try to kick your foot straight back and rotate your heart to look up. Soften around it. So you're not forcing, you're not straining. You're gently encouraging your body a little bit deeper. One last huge breath. Beautiful, friends. End of your exhale, nice and easy. Back to hands and knees. Set up for 1 more dolphin pose. Come down to your forearms. If it helps, grab opposite elbows. Forearms either parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, or interlace for a little less intensity. When you're ready, pop up into your dolphin. So tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips really high. So rather than like down dog where you're pressing up and back, in dolphin, you're just lifting up. That invisible rope is pulling straight up. So see if you can walk your toes in closer and lift your hips even higher. Press down, especially through your thumbs and your index fingers if your palms are on the ground. Hug in with your elbows and your upper arms. Stay where you are at, or left leg floats up. Use your left leg to take some weight out of your upper body. If you want to, you can play with a few little hops. You never have to arrive anywhere. You're just playing, you're just exploring. 2 more breaths. Feel free to sigh out your mouth at any time. Chest presses back. Upper arms hug in, forearms press down. Soften your face. One last huge inhale. Exhale, left foot to the ground, knees to the ground. Lift up to your hands and knees. Thread the needle with our left arm. So left arm out and up, inhale here. And exhale to thread it through. Come down to rest gently on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. And any variation you'd like to take on this side. Big deep breaths. Soft face. See if you can feel your breath all the way down in your low back. See if you can exhale all the way to empty every time. Good, everybody. Last couple of rounds. If you do have your right hand or your right knee lifted, slowly start to return them back to the ground. And then with your next inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it all the way out and then up, open up. And left hand comes down, downward facing dog. You are almost there. So use your breath to power you through the rest of your practice to support you as you move through each pose. From your down dog, inhale your left leg high. And then exhale, step your left foot forward. Once you have stepped forward, set up your pyramid stance. So step your back foot forward a bit. Both feet flat on the ground. Personally, I like my feet on 2 train tracks rather than a balance beam. You choose what works best in your body. Find a halfway lift. And as you lift halfway, focus on pulling your left butt cheek way back, your left hip way back. So as you pull your left hip back, your spine lengthens, back of your neck lengthens even more. And then work your fold when you're ready. Keep pulling your left hip back. Even imagine there's a rope attached to your left butt cheek and it's pulling up towards the ceiling. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your left foot. Try not to rock onto the outer edge. You might even pick up your front toes and spread them apart. Use your breath to dive deeper, to fold further. So every single exhale, every time you draw your belly button in and up, that's your invitation. Go a little bit deeper just from the inside. Take your last couple rounds, working your fold, working the length in the back of your left leg. Good job, everyone. Nicely done. End of your exhalation, back foot steps forward, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Last time here, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. So balancing this time on your left foot, right heel towards your right butt cheek. Reach your right hand back, grab hold of your foot. Outer edge is fine, especially if this is where you're gonna stay. If you wanna move towards dancer, I like to bring my hand to the inner edge so I feel my right shoulder open, and then left arm to the sky. Little bounce in your standing leg or little bend in your standing leg. Start to hinge at your left hip. As you hinge, kick foot into hand, pull hand into foot. Try not to open to the right. So as much as you're able to, keep your hips square, your shoulders square, but a lift in your heart like you're doing a cobra pose in your chest. Yeah, soften your face. And if you're wobbling, if you're shaking, if you fall out, perfect. That's part of this practice. Meet yourself right there. Last couple rounds of breath. Good. See if you can stay balanced on your left foot and slowly transition into a standing staff. So right knee eventually lifts up in front of you. Both arms reach up. If you want, you can even extend your right foot forward. Try not to lean back. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, cross your right foot in front of your left foot and then dive down into your fold. Once you're in your fold, bring more weight into your back foot. So your left foot primarily. You can come up to your right tiptoes or bend your right knee a lot if that helps. Walk your hands over to the right side or even off the right side of your yoga mat. Gently draw your left hip towards the back of the room. Yeah, nice, Sandra. Relax your neck, soften your face. Imagine you're sending your breath up your left side and down the back of your left leg. See if you can root down through the inner edge of your left foot. Couple more rounds. Softening with each exhale just a little bit more. Nice job. End of your next exhale, bring your feet back to just a regular stance. So uncross them. Walk your hands back to center, halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, vinyasa last time. End up either in down dog or in a child's pose, you choose. Wherever you choose to go, just feel, just notice. If you're in down dog, maybe feeling all that length and space you've created. If you're in child's pose, just letting the ground hold all your weight. And everybody take one last huge breath. Meet in the middle, so hands and knees, tabletop. And then from your tabletop, find your way onto your back body, all the way down. You can face whichever direction you want to. Once you're on your back, grab your knees, draw them in, take a little rock from side to side. And we'll take a supine pigeon today. So set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. And then outer right ankle, top of your left thigh, figure 4. You can keep your left foot on the ground and just focus on pressing your right knee forward and away from your body. Flex your right toes. If you want, you can lift your left foot, grab hold behind your thigh or in front of your shin. And you're not rounding your back. So you're not drawing your legs as close as you possibly can to your upper body and rounding and straining. Try to keep a neutral spine. So as you pull in with your arms, your legs are resisting. They're pressing forward and away. You're creating stability at the same time as you're working your flexibility, your mobility. Keep that flex through your right toes. Actively press your outer ankle to the top of your thigh. If you want, you can even rock it out a little bit side to side. Good. Send your breath down into your hips. Nice job, everybody. 2 or 3 more rounds. And if you have your left foot lifted, set your left foot down. Extend your right leg up, straight up towards the ceiling. Flex your toes back, press up through your heel. Just one big inhale, so much length. See if you can squeeze through the front of your thigh. And then bend your knees, set your right foot down. Other side, so outer left ankle, top of your right thigh. Flex your toes. This side might feel different, so honor that. You can lift your left leg or keep your left foot on the ground. Or excuse me, lift your right leg or keep your right foot on the ground. You can rock it out gently. Send your breath down into your hips. See if you can allow your body to relax a little more with each exhalation. So you're not laying here on the ground, getting more and more anticipatory for when practice is over. You're laying here, just being with your body, breath by breath, just noticing, feeling, maybe even watching your thoughts as they come and go, not reacting to them or attaching to them, just noticing them. So maybe you even notice, where do you go when you're bored? How do you distract yourself when you're uncomfortable? And then can you choose to come back over and over again to the present moment? Can you choose to come back to your body and what you feel inside? Take about 3 or 4 more breaths. And if your right foot is lifted, set it back down. Send your left leg straight up like you're trying to plant your foot on the ceiling. Flex your toes, press through your heels, squeeze through the front of your left thigh. One more big inhale. And then exhale, left foot to the ground, knees bent. You choose one final inversion of your choice. So it could be a bridge pose, could be a full back bend, could be plow, shoulder stand, anything that puts your hips or your legs higher than your heart. Take about 5 to 7 breaths in your own inversion. And after 5 to 7 rounds of breath in your inversion, please take your time. You can take any finishing poses you'd like. So maybe a happy baby, maybe just give your knees one last big squeeze in. And start to find your way into your final relaxation. So either your corpse pose or whatever position will allow you to just rest and let go. And this is a reading by Jeff Foster, just about fear. It says, once I ran from fear, so fear controlled me until I learned to hold fear like a newborn, listen to it, but not give in, honor it, but not worship it. Fear could not stop me anymore. I walked with courage into the storm. I still have fear, but fear does not have me. So we all feel afraid sometimes. We all feel sad sometimes. We all feel angry sometimes. It's part of being human. When we deny those emotions, those feelings, They have more power. They have more control over us by letting them in, by letting them through, by deciding to live even with that fear there, move forward with courage, even with that fear there. We still have fear, but it doesn't control us. For these last few moments, just notice what's in your body. Notice what's moving around inside of you. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if you don't like it. See if you can allow it space. Just over and over again, feel yourself here on the ground in your body. Acknowledge that everything in this moment is profoundly okay. Let yourself feel into the vast, wide open space of you. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Just start to wiggle through fingers and toes and bring gentle movement back into your body. Once you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. And just really let the energy of your practice, anything that came through for you, settle inside of you and soak in. And using your arms, start to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we began. And as you move into your seated meditation, you might notice, is there anything that feels even a little bit different than when you walked into this room, the beginning of your practice? Is there anything that has shifted physically, energetically, emotionally? And just bow your head to your own heart and acknowledge yourself for being here, for showing up, for taking the time out of your day to do your practice. I thank you so much for being here and letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Mama.